Grobler. I'm the founding director of Filmmaker Children, which is a ministry to abandoned babies and AIDS orphans here in Durban, South Africa. When I was 20 years old, I wrote a song, and the song was about abandoned babies. I used to imagine babies being left on the side of the road. And then I used to reprimand myself for such ridiculously ludicrous thoughts, because back at that time, in the early 1980s, there was no such thing. I remember lying in the bath one night and saying, God, please, I just can't do this anymore. And I was woken up in the middle of the night. The words of the song that I'd written when I was 20, and it just popped into my head. Just like, whoops, out of nowhere, you know? And I kind of like sat up and thought, what, you talking to me? You want me to do this? And that really, that was the turning point for me. And I remember in the middle of the night, my mother lived in a granny cottage in the bottom of the garden. And I went out down to her cottage, I woke her up and I said to her, I think God wants me to adopt a child.
So this is me, Tarryn, otherwise known as Tassie. I grew up in quite a normal family. I grew up with a mom, a dad, and a big brother. My dad became quite a heavy alcoholic, and he ended up drinking himself to death. A year after he passed away, I was about 9, 10 years old. My mom told me about a vision God had given her, a song called Who Will Love the Children. And I remember her singing it to me when I was a kid. Who will love the children, lost and so alone? Who will love the children? Who will show them home? And my reaction was just love. I couldn't wait to have another little human being in our family who we could love unconditionally. Little did I know that was the start of a whole new journey for us. A whole new incredible journey.
The adoption of the first child was the start of everything. After I adopted him, it was this constant little niggle in my head, keep going, you know. And that's when I took my calling to the church, and I said, well, this is what I feel God's called me to do, you know. And we then sat together and formulated all the documents and put through the applications to register Filmmaker as a non-profit organisation.
And through a lot of prayer and a lot of faith, she knew that her part to play was to start a ministry to abandoned babies. And so our beautiful little home that I grew up in with my mom, my dad, and my brother was converted into a home to abandoned babies and AIDS orphans. Sometimes I wonder about the choices my mom made. To be a single parent, looking after 6 kids, and having 2 jobs. That's not easy. It wasn't easy. And still, it's not easy to this day. She's inspired me through her actions, through never giving up. I am inspired by her passion for what she does. She has changed my life by living her passion so fiercely. She has sacrificed everything to live her passion, even her family. We're still here and we support her wholeheartedly. She inspires me just by who she is and by doing what she does, by being the person that she is, and not just what she does, but how she does it, by giving and loving unconditionally, selflessly, with faith and grace. She taught me how to be my own hero. If she had given up on her dream, I wouldn't be here today living my own dream.